Alright guys, welcome back. We are watching Arcane, Season 1, Episode 4, Happy Progress Day. You know what? I'm down for a Happy Progress Day. That sounds good. Because in the last episode, everybody died. Vi and Powder were separated. Everyone died. Yeah, said that. And everything's awful. So that is good. That's really great. I don't know. I don't know. I guess we're gonna see. We're gonna see what happens. Otherwise, also like they did a whole bunch of the hex tech stuff is working out. Yeah, sure, cool. But everyone died, so I guess we are just gonna see what happens. I don't know. I got it. I'm down for a happy progress day. Sounds good to me. So we are watching season 1, episode 4 of Arcane. You can line your own copy up with this if you want to, and we are starting in 3, 2, 1. I don't remember what percentage volume I normally have this on. Oh well. Oh, what's up, Heimerdinger? What are you thinking about all this hex tech, huh? Still not a fan? Ooh, looks so pretty. I am interested in this conversation. Wow. Not that old for as far as cities go, huh? Oh, okay. That's what Progress Day is. Sure. The anniversary of their city, I guess. Stanwick Padiddly. Interesting. Sounds like an inspiration in a way, huh? Hmm. Okay. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, he is real old, right? Oh wow. Really? Because of his hex gates. Okay. Oh, we have a time skip. We have to have a time skip. Hex gates. Like teleportation, I assume, right? Interesting. So, his social position has improved quite a bit, huh? Hmm. I see. The Hexgate thing, it makes you think of that first scene we saw with Magic with him, right? If it is like teleportation. Oh. God, it looks so good. I can't get over how good this show looks. Just the way they do, like, stuff that's clearly 2D, like this shot, and stuff that's like 3D, and like the way it meshes so well. Ah, God. Well, and the way that the 3D models just like look 2D half the time too. It's so impressive. Ooh, this a hex gate? Oh yeah. Oh man. I mean, this can't be that much of a time skip, right? Like it doesn't look like Jace is that much older, so I mean, they built this shit fast. God damn. Okay, now I do wonder. We have these giant technological innovations up up in the city of Piltover, right? Um, I'm wondering what I'm wondering if the situation in the whole Undercity area, how that has changed through this time skip, right? I wonder if it's gotten worse down there, kind of mirroring, the opposite of the progress in Piltover. Perhaps. Could certainly imagine it, right? I wonder what Jace is thinking, right? Like, if Jace's whole goal with this technology is to improve society and make everyone's lives better, is part of that going to be the underclass of people living in the whole Undercity area? You would assume so, right? I mean, he seems genuinely like a good person who has, um, who that's something he would want, right? I don't think they're gonna let him do that, So, I don't know. Built over Progress Day. Very fancy. Oh, God. Man, seeing a kid have a good, normal childhood, so sad. After everything that happened last episode. Hmm. Ooh, man of progress, huh? How quick he went from... Oh, man. That's funny. That she is, being his spokesperson now after abandoning him so quickly last time. When he was, down in the dumps for a little bit. What was that? Oh, it's Kaylin. Oh, she's a lot older now, huh? So what, is she... She's not an enforcer, right? But maybe she is. I don't know. I don't know. What does that mean exactly, huh? Hmm. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Wonder what her job is exactly. Seems she's still got a bit of a rebellious streak, considering she's not doing what her mother wants, apparently, right? Gives me hope, in some sense. I'm sure that will come up. God, it looks so good. Oh, God. That is ominous. What is that, even? I literally just don't know. Something in these. These are the, Isn't that one of the guys that was with Silco, right? I'm not crazy, right? Yeah. She was with Silco. I thought she died in the explosion. Am I crazy? Is that the same woman? I think it is. Maybe I'm just crazy. She didn't die. Okay. Sure. The firelights, huh? What is going on? Okay, sure. They're right. Hmm. Oh, it's the shimmer. Oh, yeah. Must be them, right? Burn it all. Okay, wow. So, okay. I guess Selko and crew did continue the production of the shimmer. I mean, it makes sense, right? He's not going to give up on it, even with all his stuff destroyed. Oh, God. Oh, no. Okay, nice. It can still destroy everything down here, though. Unless there's... I hope there's not someone who took Shimmer down here. Oh, God, we're suddenly in a horror movie. Right. God, who are these Firelight people, though? Why would they want to destroy the Shimmer, even? Okay, that's... Boom. Right. Boom. Naturally. Okay. Sure. Why not? It's got to be Powder, right? It has to be. Like she's with the Silco group, right? It has to be her. Oh, oh, that looks so good. Oh yeah, that's her. God, her hair is long now, huh? Oh, she's so much older. Oh man. Oh God. She's really perfected these things, huh? Quite the engineer. Oh. Man, she's a fighter now, huh? Man, what? Okay, I don't know. Oh, hi. What? Is that real? Really? Okay. What? Oh, yeah. She's never that line. I wish I had talked about it more in the last discussion, but oh, wow. Just is that really Vi or is wow. Okay. Man, I wish I knew who these Firelight people were exactly. Oh, yeah, she has kind of lost it, hasn't she? After that. Can't really blame her. Ugh, really? Like, what? Okay. Hmm. Okay. Sounded like something involving the Shimmer, huh? Man, okay, that was a crazy scene. I gotta I don't know, I gotta be locked in, I guess. Okay. It makes sense that Powder's still with them, of course, obviously. I guess. I still literally don't trust Victor at all. I'm just saying. Victor doesn't look good. Doing everything they want. I maybe, if they will let you. I just don't know if they can trust any of these people at all involved with the council. Man, it looks like he's dying. Like, okay. Ooh, they're like stable. Like they don't explode if you drop them. Nice. But what can you do with them exactly? I mean, assume it's like an energy source, right? Oh. Man, it's just like a much more controlled. Yeah. Okay, cool, cool. And I assume you can do like endless things with this technology, right? Like it's just some kind of crazy energy source. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I assume it had to be very much like under lock and key with how dangerous it was, you know. But if these are safe now, then yeah. Oh, God. Man, that's crazy. Sure. Okay, okay. How I wonder how cheap you can produce all of this. Oh, that sounds scary. Wow. Hmm. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah. A little bit dangerous still, huh? Well, maybe be a little bit careful. Mm-hmm. Has Heimerdinger really gotten over his whole magic thing? I don't know. Sure. Oh no. He's a bit of a free run, huh? Hmm. I wonder, does Victor have time? You know? Oh, putting that kind of power in everyone's hands is dangerous. Against misuse. Right. I mean, that kind of makes sense, right? This seems like very dangerous technology. Like, that actually does make sense. At the same time, I don't know. I wonder. I wonder what his motivations are. I just can't decide. What's up with you, Caitlin? Mmm. The mask, yeah. I think they stamped on it, right? Some shimmer residue still? Yeah. So what? I mean, is she an investigator? That's kind of a cool job, but mm-hmm. It kind of went on a rampage, yeah. What even are those yellow crystals? Oh. Yeah, I didn't even think about how powder literally did just like blow up all of it, Like really didn't do a very good job preserving the supply, did she? Ooh. Oh. Hi. Yeah. Stelko? Really? Is she? Oh. Is this Marcus? Oh my god. God damn it. No. So she's not an investigator, or at least this wasn't her investigation. Oh, yeah, no. Sure, Marcus will take care of him. Hmm. God, Marcus is an asshole. Wonder if he's like sexist too. Probably. I don't know. I'm just guessing. Just saying. Back to the Undercity. Everyone we knew down here is dead, so that's unlucky. Wonder what it's like with no Vander. Wonder what it's like with no Vander. Looks like the last drop is pretty different, huh? She's welcome here. Ooh, Shimmer is everywhere. Has Silco, like, taken over? Although, you would assume if Silco had, like, taken over the Undercity, everyone would know it's him who is in control of, like, that dude who was saying he can't tell Caitlyn who he works for. Mm-hmm. But then again, Silco is right here, so. I don't know if he agrees with that. Yeah. I think he sees a lot of himself in Powder, so I don't know if he's gonna agree with that. Yeah, Powder kinda, they all would have, like, died without Powder in the first place, so. Hmm. Silco, 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 what are you thinking? Ooh, interesting. Cut off. Oh, right, yeah, the progress that they're having. And we aren't getting any of it, right? We aren't sharing in any. Oh, Powder's up there. Oh. Yeah, it wasn't Vi. Yeah, I was gonna say, there's literally no way that was Vi. That would be insane. Hmm. Uh, uh, she's really attached to Silco now, isn't she? Yeah. Because of course she is. She lost everyone, right? And Silco is probably attached to her, because, you know. Oh, Jinx. That's what she goes by now? Ooh. Hmm. Because, of course, if he sees himself in Jinx, I guess I should call her so much. Is that her who was just in here a moment ago, I assume? God, she is not all together at all. Yeah, she's just not. She has not coped with anything. She has not processed anything. She is just, I feel like she's just lost completely. She is just not doing well. Man, like that rant she went on about sisters, you know, like I just think she hasn't even processed it at all. I don't think she's able to process it because of it requiring her to take on some amount of blame for what happened, right? In her mind, at least. I assume she's seen a lot of success about this, right? Hmm. Jace? Yeah. The golden boy. Hmm. It's remarkable that he's kept his good spirit through all of this, his good heart about wanting to help people, despite how much he's achieved, you know. Ooh, oh. That was some looks from some people. I just wonder if they could, like, you know, if the power is gonna get to him. Especially with someone like her that he's hanging around all the time. Medarda is her name, right? And with how power hungry she is, and like reputation hungry she is, and her like saying, you know, oh, he's the golden boy like that, kind of makes me worried that she might turn on him too, or not be happy, right? Hmm. Okay, sure. A leader who looks forward. He's gonna be the leader, huh? Sure. I agree. I just yeah, it's all about the investors, huh? Absolutely. Absolutely. Hmm. Because I can't help but feel like obviously she is not a very good advisor in this case, right? I don't know how seriously he should be taking anything out of her mouth, right? Like, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, it wasn't her. No way it was her, right? Oh, but she just doesn't know. She just can't even. Like, I was wondering in that scene if they even had pink hair. Oh my god. Ah. Oh no. Oh, and people thinking she's weak is not. She can't handle that. Oh god, girl. Yeah, she can't stand that, right? Progress day. Oh, she's doing something. Oh god. I guess the problem is if her new father figure is Silco, I don't think he has like the same problem, right? He's not gonna be able to help her cope with it. Oh god. Maybe I've been too harsh on Victor. I can't decide. Or maybe it's just a whole combination of things, right? Because if he is ill in some way, which it seems like it, and he is gonna die soon, then I can understand him being hungry for this kind of thing. Ooh, oh, that is a shot, huh? Man, the cup overshadowing Victor like that, him. You know, because if Victor's not up here on the stage with him when he's been, you know, half of their venture, at least, right? He's the one who put Jace in this position in the first place, really. That is interesting, isn't it? Goes along with, like, Medarda's attitude towards him potentially, too. It really makes me think the power is going to get to his head. I'm worried about that. Don't lean like that. That looks bad. Good public speaker, huh? I guess he's probably had to do this a lot, give presentations. True. They mentioned that. Hmm. Just think about Victor, man. A few years ago. How long has it been? Like a decade? I mean, hmm. Of course, right? That's gonna make the investors happy too, to keep talking about how much more progress there is to be made, right? Ooh. He's gonna show it. The un Oh? Hmm? Are you okay? Uh Jace? Are you Oh, right. Okay. That isn't good. Oh, are they gonna like that part? I don't know. Okay. It shows that the underground is his mind, at least. Seems like people still clapping. I don't know how happy that's gonna make people like Medarda, right? I don't know. I don't know. Interesting. Or Victor, if he does have limited time, right? I don't know. I don't know. Interesting. Ooh. Really? Hmm. But it's interesting, right? Because his reason for wanting to delay it was safety. At least that's Heimerdinger's reason. If Jace took that seriously, then that's good, right? Thank you. Thank you, Caitlin. Oh. Hmm. Too privileged of an upbringing to fit in, maybe. Ooh. Wow. Okay. What is even on fire exactly? I don't know what this building is. It's not something of Jace's, is it? Okay. Really? Or no, this is powder. This is Jinx. This is Jinx slash powder, isn't it? This is her like trap or something. I don't know what. Yeah, right. So is your plan just to kill a bunch of people? Is that what you're doing here? Oh God, really? No way she kills Caitlyn. Oh, maybe she's okay. I guess she didn't get hit by any rubble. Man, why even do? I mean, powder, Jinx powder isn't in a good spot. So, man, probably hard to find much meeting interactions at this point, right? But God, okay. I don't think Silco's gonna be happy about that. Oh, oh no. Oh no. Caitlyn knows who it was. Well, I mean, Powder might not be like a known individual, right? And of course, they're going to view this as a sign that we need to destroy the underground or something, right? Wow, she... Okay. Hmm. Yeah, he's still using that child's toy, huh? Hmm. If you say so. Really? They're not gonna agree with that, obviously, yeah. Of course not. They're too important now. I mean, there's no way Jace... Not to them. Yeah, it's all about money. It's all about profit, obviously. Hmm. Oh, well, kinda. A little bit. Hmm. I don't like the sound of that at all. Sure. Are we saying the threat to our safety is the Undercity? Okay. Protect the investments, huh? Hmm. I'm surprised she would want to do this after she feels almost betrayed by him at the speech. Wow. Okay. Sure. What is her... One thing that you could view this as is her having another person in the council that's kind of in her pocket, right? She already has, like, the head of the council in her pocket, right? Him voting with her. So, that by itself, her trying to, like, pack the council almost. Yeah. Now, is she... Did she have enough engineering expertise to know what to do with this X-Tech thing, I wonder? Hmm. Interesting. Ooh. His attitude about it is interesting, right? Because his attitude about this whole violent revolution thing has been very different from what Vander's position was, right? So it's interesting that even in this case, he's still mad at her, obviously, right? Because you still can't just go around wantonly killing random people, right? Hmm. I mean, she got results, maybe. I don't know. What do we... Oh, God. I don't know. I don't know. She just got lucky, if anything, right? Okay. Oh, sure. Yeah, they don't know about Silco. Yeah. Ooh. Right, right. Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Sure. Right. Yeah. Because obviously with Vandragon, it's not like the enforcers have an inside person almost in the Undercity that they negotiate with all the time, right? Oh, I don't know about that. Maybe. No kidding. Ever since he became a member of it, maybe. Hmm. Is that what she would want? She doesn't want that. Oh, come on. That's just, she's not interested in that. Yeah. What do you mean? Really? Hmm. Just the same thing, right? It's the same thing that always comes up, him just wanting to protect the people he cares about, right? Hmm. Interesting. Still Waterhold, huh? Is this a prison? Looks like it. It's got a hold, right? It's on an island. There's a big rotating light on top. Yeah. Who is in the jail? I'm trying to think. Who would we know is in the jail? Oh, okay, him. Yeah, him. Yeah. Tattoo guy. Oh, no. Really? Who? Why? Okay. Who would have a grudge? Are there people in the jail who have a strong grudge against people who are like Silco's group, right? Hmm. I don't know why anyone would have a grudge like that against, especially people in the jail. It's Vi. Why is she in here? What? How long has she been in here? Hi, Vi. Okay. Why is she in jail? How long has she been in jail? What? Oh God. And this is our first intersection of our two worlds, isn't it? The whole Jace group and the whole, underground Vi and everyone, their group, right? It's our first interaction between them, really, right? Oh man. Okay, what is Caitlyn gonna want from Vi? Right? To ask her why she attacked that guy, right? Obviously. She's gonna explain the situation to them. Might even ask her what that symbol is. Will Vi know that it's powder? Maybe. Yeah, I mean, really, this could really. Oh, yeah. But Vi's in jail. Why is Vi in jail? Do we need to get Vi out of jail? Is that, like, I don't think Caitlyn can do that unless we're gonna, I don't know. I guess she could. That would be rough. Um, okay. Right, 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 right. That was a good episode. Man, that was a good one. Oh, I just feel so bad for Powder slash Jinx. I don't know what to call her anymore. Jinx, I guess, right? Of course she gave up her old name. Of course she would want to. Give up everything about her old life, essentially. Probably feels connected to Vi through that name, felt connected to Vander and everyone, so. New name, doesn't want to address anything, doesn't want to think about any of that. Man. Okay. Hmm. Okay, we really got a lot of moving pieces now. Man. Alright. We will talk about the episode in the discussion. Okay, let's talk about the episode. That was a good one, huh? That was a good episode. Um, so we start off here with Jace and Professor Heimerdinger Talking about Progress Day. Good old happy Progress Day. Who doesn't love it? It's interesting that Pale was only 200 years old, you know? Especially with how successful it is now. Um, but Professor Heimerdinger introduces Jace, well, I mean, introduces him, tells him about this dead guy, Stanwick Padidley. I don't know how to say that, but so, and it seems like, kind of, he's telling him about this guy, or Buddy Stanwick here, and about how everything he built exploded, melted, or toppled over, right? He faced all this failure in his life, and he set his ambitions aside and focused on something far more important, the future. Which I assume, like, to me, it seems like him saying this applies very much to, like, Jace's situation now, right? With this whole hex tech stuff, you know? Um, Essentially just that he shouldn't rush doing all of this and that he should, think more about the future. Which, again, I guess I agree with, right? This hex tech stuff is dangerous. And it seems to me like the people who are trying to push Jace to, like, advance it as quickly as humanly possible are just the people who want to make a bunch of money from investors, right? Like, there doesn't really seem to be an argument for why he needs to do it as quickly as humanly possible other than that. So, I guess I agree with Professor Heimerdinger in that sense for the most part. I still question Professor Heimerdinger's motivations in part because we know he doesn't like magic. I don't really think his mind on that would be changed very easily. So it's hard for me to think that he, you know, would have changed his mind, right? But I guess I do just kind of agree with him for the most part, right? And it's okay. And it is interesting how, because I didn't think about this, right? Jace is taking Professor Heimerdinger's spot as giving the Progress Day speech, right? Which is cool, because this is another thing where it's like Jace overshadowing another person, or Jace's progress and Jace's achievements overshadowing or, being more significant in the eyes of other people than, Professor Heimerdinger, Victor, Medarda, kind of, right? Medarda's, she's very power hungry, so of course, her, when she looked off wistfully and was talking about Jace being the golden boy, certainly seems like that was tinged with jealousy, right? So, I don't know, it's interesting. It really makes me wonder if all this power, all of this social recognition is going to get to Jace's head. But we've made hex gates, which just seem like teleportation devices, right? With magic. Seems like it's like that first scene we saw of magic in episode 2, right? Certainly have something to live up to, huh? Absolutely. God, the show looks so good. It's insane. And we see these hex gates in action. Man, I wonder how long this time skip is, because obviously this kind of thing would take forever to build, right? But it's so cool. It's like it zooms in on the place in the globe where it wants you to go, right? And it just, like, you get beamed there, I guess. I mean, it's crazy. I don't know. It's very cool. Hmm. So, man, these shots are sad at the beginning here. These shots of this girl having like a normal, nice childhood at the very start here. Oh no, maybe that's a little bit later. Where is it? No, yeah, her. This girl, right? We see her a few times, just running around, having fun. Looks like she's about Powder's age was last episode, right? Think about how different her childhood is up here compared to Powder, and what her life has been like, you know? Man, and the butterfly. Hmm. And God, I think it's funny how Caitlyn's mother, I guess Miss Kiraman, whoever she is exactly, she like she's so much on, she's talking up Jace so much now when she was so quick to abandon him before when he was out of favor for a little bit, you know. And Caitlyn, I guess Caitlyn is an enforcer, which is scary, which is very scary. I don't know. I don't know what to think about that. It's man. Hmm. I don't know. I don't know. But it's interesting. She's like Caitlyn is trying to escape her mother's not trying to escape her mother exactly, but kind of the social position that she's in, right? She's unhappy, I guess, with like the position she's in socially because it feels so limiting to her, right? Which is true, which is a very valid thing, right? Like it's important to remember in societies like this, or just in real life too, right? That in a society where your social position is determined almost entirely by the circumstances you were born in, right? Um, the people like there are a lot of people like Caitlyn, and there's a lot of people. I mean, just anyone in like Caitlyn's kind of social position, where even though it seems like it's like good, and it seems like yes, her life is like better than the average person who lives in the underground, she's still just as trapped by like these larger social, deterministic factors as that is anyone else, right? She can't change her social position really any more so than anyone else can, right? Like she is trying to become an enforcer, right? But it's shown that she still doesn't fit in with all the enforcers in that group, right? They still treat her completely differently because of the situation she was born in, right? Like it's not, nothing she can actually do to affect her own social position in that sense. Pretty much the same way as people in the underground can't change theirs. Happy Progress Day, huh? Okay, and we had this crazy scene. Man, this scene was, I don't want to say it's confusing, it was just chaotic. Like, there was a lot going on. So we got the people from Silco's group here. We have, like, a big shipment of Shimmer, right? I don't really understand what they're doing with it, right? What are we doing with all this Shimmer? Um, I don't know, from your friend downtown. Hmm. Like, they aren't, um, are they bringing the Shimmer into the capital, or are they taking it out? That might be a stupid question. But like I don't know. Um I got maybe I'm stupid. I don't know if they're taking the Shimmer into the capital or taking it out. But either way, I guess I literally don't I don't know what they're doing here with the Shimmer. So, I don't know. Couldn't tell you. But then we have all these people show up. The what did they call them? The Firelights? Yeah, the Firelights, who for some reason don't like Silk. So it's weird, right? It seems like there's some kind of like vigilante group, maybe. Um, it's weird that they're so against the Shimmer and they're so against like Silco's group of people, right? Because being like a weird vigilante group like this, you would think that they aren't on the side of like Piltover, right? They're not like law enforcement or something, right? They're doing crazy shit, right? But it's interesting that they are adversarial with Silco and his people, right? I don't really know why they would be. That's just like weird. Hmm. But I mean, they want to burn all the Shimmer, I guess. I don't know. It's very strange. But unfortunately for them, Jinx is down here, and she owns them. So unlucky. Boom. And then we get our first sight of Powder slash Jinx since the incident. She is not doing well. Man, who do I think is doing worse? Powder or Vi? Is it better to be in jail, or is it better to be going through what Powder slash Jinx is going through? I don't know. God, I don't know. I have no idea. Um, because Jinx is really not. It is not going well for her. That is for sure. Right. She's awesome now. She's really become a fighter. Right. I assume. I mean, like, God, what do you think's going through her head? Right. How much? Like, one. How much does she even think about the situation at Silco's in the last episode? I assume she tries to not think about it as much as possible. That's probably very difficult, right? I wonder, like, in what ways does she blame herself? Right? Obviously, she blames herself completely. She has to, right? Like, obvious. Even if consciously all of her actions and everything that she does, like, so much of her behavior, I feel like, is explained by her doing everything she can to not think about it and not want to blame herself. Of course, she blames herself, right? She has to. But I wonder, like, her becoming so strong and becoming such a fighter now, unlike before, is like, has she trained so much? Has she become so strong because she thinks it was her fault in that sense? That if she was stronger at just fighting like this, then that wouldn't have happened. It's also just a reaction to the whole, thinking that she's weak, right? That if she wasn't so weak back then things would have been different. I mean, just infinite things you could think about that could be going on in her head that would lead her to behave like this. I mean, God. So, I mean, obviously this isn't Vi, right? It's not Vi. Okay, I'm dumb. We literally get a shot of their eye color, their face changing, right? I guess in the moment, hard to see, I guess. Couldn't tell you. At least I didn't go through the whole episode thinking that was Vi, right? But yeah, I mean, we just see how much the trauma has affected her, right? She literally, like, it when she actually does see Vi again, because of course she's going to at some point, right? Um, I don't know how that's gonna work, right? Because obviously the last things Vi ever said to her, she's taken it to heart so much. It has affected her psyche so much. Um, God, how is she like? How is that ever gonna be dealt with? I just don't know. If this is her reaction to seeing someone who she thinks is Vi. Oh man. But of course she loses her mind like this. Think about what that reminds her of, right? Like, God, forgot her name, Selvika, something like that, right? So we see some Victor. We see some more Victor. I literally don't know what to think about Victor anymore at all. Like, so one, it seems like he's sick, and it seems like he's dying, and I don't know how much time he has left. Right. Um. So that is interesting because that explains why he would be against the idea of taking the hex tech so slowly. Because what do we know about Victor from episode 2, right? He's someone who one, he said he was unhappy with being Heimerdinger's assistant, right? He is someone who is kind of power hungry, right? Obviously. He's someone who wants to like prove himself, right? He wants people to recognize him for doing good things, I think, or just doing impressive things, perhaps. And him having limited time, kind of, that explains that attitude even more, right? Um, so I don't know what I should think about his motivations in that case. I don't know what to think about his whole. He tells Jace all the time that he agrees with him about wanting to help people with his technology. And maybe that's true. Maybe I've been too harsh on him, and maybe it's true that he does actually want to help people with Hex Tech. Okay. But I wonder if his motivation for wanting to do so is closer to he knows that helping a bunch of people will lead him to a bunch of recognition and accolades, which is what he's really after, right? In which case, it's interesting to think about because it doesn't really matter, right? If he's helping people either way, if he's developing this technology and helping Jace develop this technology that is going to help people and is going to matter, do his motivations matter that much? Maybe not, right? Maybe I'm being too harsh on him in that sense, you know? Of course, that doesn't mean we shouldn't think about it and that we shouldn't consider his motivations. But it is the realization that perhaps his motivations are formed by him having limited time on this earth. It is, it's interesting, But his attitude, that whole speech he went on to Jace about like how he believes it's his own personal, ability to take what he deserves, basically. It still like pits me against him ideologically in the sense of like I disagree with that completely, right? Like I just don't think, it seems like he's being willfully ignorant of his social position and like what that means for him and why he's in the position he's in. And of course, again, like it's also it kind of scares you, right? The idea of him being unhappy being Heimerdinger's position, and now the position he has to Jace, where Jace is the golden boy, Jace is the one getting all the accolades. That one shot of Jace putting down the coffee mug and it covering up Victor. Man, oh God, I don't know. Hmm. So Heimerdinger comes and talks to them. They show him the new Hex Tech, the new Hex Tech gemstones that are safe. They're safe in terms that they won't blow up, right? Which is good. But they aren't safe in the sense of we can let anyone have them at any time, right? We haven't reached that point. It's still dangerous technology in the sense of they can be used to power crazy weapons. It's like, um, I don't know. I don't know. I don't really know if there's a real life analog you can make for it or a real life comparison, like, you want to say like nuclear technology, right? But nuclear technology was never going to be something like distributed to the common folk, right? So this is something that Jace wants to do that with, and he believes would be possible. But the thing is, it is so powerful, um, just as an energy source that I don't know if it can be distributed like that, right? Let alone the fact that in a society like this, which is mostly like capitalistic, it seems, and there's people on top, right? That's the important part. I don't think they want everyone to have an infinite energy source, right? Like, let's say this hex tech stuff is so powerful, so easily mass producible, that it would lead to like infinite energy, well, basically free energy for everyone everywhere. People on top aren't going to want that, right? That's the problem. That's the ideological divide between someone like Jace, who wants to better society for everybody, and people like Medarda, who I don't think do. They're just in it for personal gain, right? And following the laws of supply and demand, giving people infinite supply isn't a good thing, right? That's kind of like in with like, and this is an example I always think about with like kitchen appliances, right? Kitchen appliances used to be much better than they are now, to my understanding, right? But companies realized that if they make things that someone can buy one of and like keep forever and they never have to buy another one, then they only make money once. So then places started making them much worse, you know? Same with like light bulbs. Until like LED light bulbs started existing, a bunch of companies would intentionally make light bulbs that ran out quicker than they would, right? They wouldn't make light bulbs that last as long as possible, because of course not, right? That's gonna if the light bulbs run out quicker, people are gonna come buy them quicker from them, you know. And if all the light bulb companies are doing that, then it works, you know. So just like that in this case, if hex tech being widely distributed to the common folk, for one, as a symbol of like giving them some form of power, because this is very powerful technology, and in two, just in terms of like it being an energy source, people on top aren't going to want that at all, right? So it's just, I don't know. That is the serious ideological divide that we're going to have here, you know? Obviously, the fact that Victor isn't thinking like that, Victor is more so after the personal recognition and accolades, I think. Um, even if in pursuit of that, of course, he is going to end up helping people, and I understand that. He doesn't have that same ideological difference where he is opposed to the idea of helping people, right? Hmm. And Heimerdinger, right? And this is why Heimerdinger being against the idea of showing this. This is why it's hard for me to decide what I think his motivations are exactly, because he is the one convincing them to not share this with people, right? Even though I do understand, like, yeah, it is dangerous at the same time, right? So I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know what to think about Heimerdinger. Hmm. And and like I don't know if Victor has a decade. You know, that's why I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Hmm. But Kate goes in and looks around. She sees the shimmer. She sees the yeah. She really maps out the crime scene. Most importantly, she finds that dude down there, and she sees Powder slash Jinx's symbol, right? So it's interesting that now, I assume ever since Vander's death, God, there's fucking Marcus. I hate him so much. I assume ever since Vander's death, enforcers don't have like an inside person on the Undercity anymore, right? I hate calling Vander that, but that's kind of what it was, right? He was someone who would amicably speak with the enforcers, and they could just come in there and talk to him. They don't have anyone like that anymore. So it makes sense, of course, that they don't know who Silco is, right? Hmm. Here we are in the Undercity. Vaughn, I suppose we should call it. Shimmer has blown up, huh? Lots of people interested in Shimmer. And so Silco makes all the excuses he can for Powder, basically. For Jinx, I don't know what to call her anymore. Jinx, maybe. Um, but if she wants to be called Jinx, maybe I should call her Jinx. But Powder makes all the excuses he can for Jinx. Because, of course, again, it's so obvious that Silco sees himself in Jinx so much that obviously, like, of course he's going to do this, you know? And of course, let alone, like, what? Jinx is quite the handful, right? Like I kind of feel bad for Silco, if anything, right? Like he can't do anything to improve her situation. He can't, you know. I don't really feel like it's him manipulating her in any way. If anything, it seems like she's literally just making things like worse for him, right? It's not like he's happy about what she did in this episode, you know. I guess she got results. She got this Hex Tech gem. That might be something that he wants. That might be something he can use to do stuff with. But it's not like he's controlling her and manipulating her and made her do that, right? I think he sees himself in her completely. That's why he makes all these excuses for her. That's why that's why he keeps her around when she's so unhinged, right? She is not in a good place at all, right? And there's nothing he can do to help her. It's not like he knows how to cope with the situation she's in, because I don't think he's ever coped with it either, right? Like, he formed a whole complex around this with his brother, with Vander, right? So, hmm. And like the way he says this, right? Like your sister's gone. You know that as well as I do. I don't think that's him manipulating her. I don't. I think he thinks of it like that because that's how he felt about Vander, right? So of course, right? I mean, and God, it's just so sad. Like, of course, Jinx has connected herself to Silco so much because he's all she has now, right? Like, obviously, he was the person there for her to throw herself to, and he accepted it, right? So of course, I mean, yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just feel bad, and I believe Silco that he thinks he's doing this for everyone, right? That he is doing that. Yeah, his motivation is to do this for the people of the Undercity. I believe that fully, right? Whether or not I agree with whatever his actions are going to be, I mean, certainly not in the last episode, right? I mean, he was going to kill a bunch of innocent people in the last episode, frankly. So, and especially like the technological innovations in Piltover are just making it worse and worse, right? Because yeah, I mean the people in Zon aren't getting any of it, right? Hmm. I wonder what the shimmer does for his eye. I don't know. Sevica, that's her name. And I guess I wonder, like Jinx, Jinx being so against working, like she seems like such a loner now, right? She seems so against working with other people in Silco's group, like right, she just goes to insulting Sevica. She lives down in her weird workshop by herself. It seems, like of course she becomes a complete loner now after everything that happened in the last episode, right? Yeah, and I really think Silco's just worried about her, right? Like I mean, obviously, she's just not doing well at all. She doesn't. But it seems like she can't take time. She can't stop acting. She can't stop doing this stuff, right? Because it's almost like that's just her coping mechanism to act this way and do these things. The golden boy, huh? And yeah, that's the line I'm talking about. Where it really seems like Medarda is she does not have Jace's best interests at heart. I don't believe that for a second. So I don't know. I don't know. A little bit scary, huh? And of course, so she wants Jace to rush with this technology, with the Hex Tech technology, of course, because of the investors, right? Of course, obviously, great. Get a glimpse of the future. Oh my god! And she's just Jinx is just losing her mind down here. Like I don't know. It's so bad. It's so bad. Like, girl, Milo behind her like that. Oh my god. The ghosts of her past, literally. Oh, he thinks I'm weak. And like anyone thinking she's weak when it's like her thinking that other people thought she was weak is what led to everything that happened in the last episode, right? Like, oh god, it's so she needs a therapist ASAP. She needs a Haji Kuji. I don't know. God damn. God, like what? I mean, what did she like what is this? What? Oh no. Oh god. Because she must be so lonely, right? If the only person she has is Silco. And all Silco is, I mean, and like Silco's not of any help to her, really, right? Like, because Silco doesn't know the answers to her problems, right? And Victor is not looking good. Not in front of all of them. Yeah. And this shot, this is the shot on this is the best shot of the whole show so far, I'm telling you. Man, him putting the drink down in front of Victor, right? Here, I gotta play it frame by frame, really show it. Oh, God. That's just the man of progress, huh? Overshadowing him, too. What a shot. And so he decides not to talk about the Hex Tech, the new innovations they've made, which is interesting, right? Um, it's not taken very well. For one, this is kind of like what a society, what a hyper capitalist society like this demands, right? It's constant, never ending, crazy progress, right? That just goes up and up and up. The line got to go up more and more and more, right? So of course, I mean, they need progress now. They need it quickly. They need, if there's any sign of stagnation at all, well, I mean, there goes the stock market, like, so, yeah, And I'm really worried it's gonna get to him. I guess I'm curious. His decision to do this here, to not tell everyone about it. Medarda is not happy with it, but it's interesting that she still goes through with making him a counselor, right? Um, I don't know. I don't know. Because I guess Jace got it in his head, of course, that this is the best thing to do for the people, is to not show it yet. It's too dangerous right now. Which is maybe true. I don't know. It's really hard, that's too granular of an issue for me to really speak on right now, I feel like. Like I don't know. But I'm worried that he is going to be increasingly at odds, either increasingly at odds with Medarda and the other counselors who agree with her about this, right? Or he is going to let them influence him, and he won't be increasingly at odds with them. And him becoming a counselor is going to be him being more in Medarda's pocket in some sense, right? Yeah, here's that scene we talked about earlier with all of them, you know, very, very good portrayal of her and her social position in this case, right? And God, fire, all their shit is on fire, man. And it's actually crazy that Jinx does this, just kills all these people like this, right? I mean, of course, right? If in her head, like, man, I don't know. It's like she, through her not never being able to address what happened before in episode 3, it's like she just becomes so callous to all of this now, and just doesn't, like, this loss of life, like this taking these lives is, and I'm sure for her as well, it's a symbol of her, like, not being weak, right? It's a symbol of her proving that she isn't weak by killing all these people, right? Um, God, it's just very depressing. Man. And it's like, and as I'm saying that, I'm realizing, like, it feels like it flies in the face of everything I've said before about how, enforcers are the enemy in that case, right? But I don't know, right? It's so hard to say. There's no right answers in this situation, right? I feel like, to me, I have to say that I feel like what Powder did here was bad, right? Because it's not like she knew she was even going to get anything out of this, I feel like, right? All she did was blow this up and kill a bunch of people, This didn't really achieve anything. This is the kind of violence that Vander was thinking and talking about when he became so against the idea of violence, right? This basically pointless violence that all this is going to do is ignite some crazy crackdown on Vaughn, right? I mean, this isn't going to be good, you know? And Kate saw her. And she stole the Hex Tech. Man. Man, oh man. And I'm worried. We can see the different attitudes they have. Like, for too long, the underground has been left unchecked. Seems like his attitude is, oh, let's go kill them all. All right, that kind of seems like his attitude. There were some people who genuinely seemed to have a good attitude at people in the underground, like her, right? Now, it's pod. They could literally be, like, controlled opposition. They could be not real, right? Like, she could be, who knows, right? It seems like I wonder how powerful her voice is if she's the only one saying this, I don't know. I don't know. But I wonder why. I don't really understand Medarda's full reasoning here for wanting to make Jace a member of the council, right? because I don't really understand how it addresses their situation at all, right? Like dealing with the Undercity is a job for like the enforcers and for like law enforcement, right? Not for Jace as a counselor, you know? But putting Jace in control of Hex Tech directly as a member of the counselors, when Medarda has so much power over him socially, um, I think her doing this when she believes that she can influence Jace so much is just for her own for her own gain, essentially, right? Let alone the fact that it puts another, it's almost like she's packing the council in her own sway as well, right? Like, she already has the head of the council, like, under her thumb, it feels like. And now there's Jace as well, who I'm sure she can convince to vote with her on a myriad of things, right? Because, of course, I mean, that's how power hungry she is, right? But yeah, of course, we can't shut down anything because of the stock market. So, obviously, of course, naturally. Naturally, naturally, naturally. Hmm. I don't know. I don't know. I just wonder if it's going to backfire on Medarda and backfire on Jace in the sense of if the power that Jace is finding, if it does go to his head, for one, that would be bad, right, for like everyone, and two, it would be bad for Medarda because she is helping Jace like ascend the steps of power, right? So if in the end he ends up far more powerful than her and she's not able to control him anymore, she kind of orchestrated her own destruction in that sense, right? So I don't know. I don't know. To me, the thing that's scary is I almost feel like it would be unrealistic if the power doesn't get to Jace's head, right? He would have to be a saint beyond saints, right? Because that's just kind of like the myth. That's like the idea of like the benevolent person who gains extreme power like this, who uses it for the greater good. In real life, that kind of thing just like essentially doesn't exist, right? The people in power wouldn't let that happen. Right? Because a benevolent person would end up taking them out of power, right? They wouldn't have an inherently unfair system like this exist if they were someone truly benevolent, right? Um, so I really just feel like it has to get to Jace's head. If the story goes anywhere but it not getting to Jace's head, I would be surprised. But who knows, right? I guess we'll see, right? It could be Jace. I guess either it gets to Jace's head or Jace gets executed. I guess we'll see. And man, she is God, she's not doing well. That is for sure. But she achieved results, which is interesting, right? She achieved results by accident, right? I don't think she knew anything about it. That's for sure. I wonder what's going through his head in this moment, Looking at her, looking back, right? Cause it's interesting because it goes with his like ideology too, right? The idea that you have to do violence to achieve the results you want, and she did achieve results. Um, but I think he can understand logically that what she did is still bad, and that this isn't. You can't just wanton destruction isn't the way to go about things, right? It's almost like Jinx now has taken the opposite side of Vander, right? It's like Silco's in the middle almost, which is interesting, right? We have Vander on one end, Silco in the middle, Powder on the other end, right? Silco just wants to orchestrate the base violence necessary for change. Vander was against essentially all violence, and Jinx is doing all the violence possible to get any of the change possible, right? So I don't know. I don't know. A very interesting dynamic there. And here, this scene is interesting just because, so for one, she's piecing it together, this whole stuff about the Undercity and Jinx and Silco. But why this is interesting is because it's like we bring this up yet again, right? Jace wanting to protect her by making her a member of his staff, right? Wanting to prevent her from. It's not exactly the same as like Vander's motivations, right? Because he's still worried about her death, right? But what he's preventing her from doing is just pursuing what she wants to pursue in life, which is interesting. It's like he's trying to reinforce her social position in that case, because she is someone who has the ability to get a position like this, right? So why wouldn't she take it when it's safer? That's what he's thinking, right? Hmm. And we head to the Stillwater Hold. That's guard guy. what, 10 feet tall? So Vi attacked him. Obviously it makes sense now why he was attacked, because it's Vi, and she recognized him from Silco's lab, right? Of course. So yeah. And she comes to talk to Vi, who is in jail. So how is Vi in jail? When did this happen? Um, did Marcus just drag her? Is that just what happened at the end of episode 3? Did Marcus just drag her off to jail? I guess, sure, why not? That'd be really nice of you, Marcus, if you just dragged her off to jail. I guess they needed someone still to pin all the Kiraman apartment explosion on, right? So maybe, right? Maybe. I just don't know. I just don't know. It's possible. But has she been if that is true and she has been in jail this whole time for a decade or something, however long it's been, man, rough. But we are getting our first connection of our two sides of the story, right? Our first connection between Jace and Kate and Medarda and all of them and everyone in the Undercity, right? That's our first man. Oh boy. So I am excited to see where that's going to go. There's so many ways this can go, right? I mean, obviously, what depending on what kind of information Kate gives her, and depending on what Vi knows, they could be real quick, right? That Vi could tell her a whole lot of stuff that leads Kate down a road really fast, right? So, oh man, I am excited. But yeah, I guess that is it. That was a really good episode. Probably my second favorite episode. Um, that was really good. So yeah, that's it. Subscribe, please, if you enjoy my videos, please. I better get at least one sub from this video and be really mad. Leave a comment, tell me what you think, and I will see you in the next one.